We're at 6:30. So we will begin. Greetings. Now is the time and place for a meeting of the Beaverton Planning Commission. For the record, I will do a roll call to verify which commissioners or commission members are participating this evening. We have Commissioner Adams, Commissioner Lawler, Commissioner Nye, and Commissioner Winter. Let the record show that Commissioner Ellis and Commissioner Glenn Winkle are absent and excused. So we are now at Commission Communications. Anyone have anything they want to share today? Doesn't look like it, so we'll move on to staff communications.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. Jana Fox, current Planning Manager. I do have a few Council City Liaison updates to share with you this evening. One, we are happy to share that the new playground at City Park is nearly complete. So please check it out. There's new equipment and a fun pirate theme with slides, climbing features, and a beaver-faced Jolly Roger flag. City Park is an important city feature for community members to gather, especially this time of year. And speaking of City Park, make sure to save the date to celebrate the season with us during the Beaverton Winter Lights and the city's annual tree lighting tradition. Join us at 6 p.m. on Friday, December 6th in the City Park for festivities, including Mayor Beatty lighting the tree at 7 p.m. Winter Lights at City Park's Candy Cane Lane will be lit from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. every night from Sunday, December 1st through Friday, January 3rd. That is all I have.
All right, great. Thank you. So the first item on the agenda is the application for LU3 2024-00695 Caliber Collision Case File Number CU3 2024-00694. The applicant has the burden of proving that the applications are consistent with the Beaverton Development Code, Comprehensive Plan, and any applicable Beaverton Code provision. The criteria that must be addressed in the hearing are 40.03.1 Facilities Review Committee, 40.15.5 C New Conditional Use. Testimony, arguments, and evidence must be directed toward these approval criteria or other criteria in the comprehensive plan or development code that the speaker believes to apply to the application. Failure to raise an issue accompanied by statements or evidence sufficient to allow the Planning Commission and other interested parties an opportunity to respond to the issue may preclude an appeal to the Land Use Board of Appeals based on that issue. Anyone who submits written comments or gives oral testimony has standing to appeal the decision. Failure of the applicant to raise constitutional or other issues relating to the proposed conditions of approval with sufficient specificity to allow the city to respond to the issue may preclude an action for damages in circuit court. State and local law require commissioners to make certain disclosures. To these ends, the following question will be asked. Does any commissioner have a potential or actual conflict of interest, ex parte contacts, or site visits to declare? Commissioner Adams.
I do not.
Commissioner Winter.
No.
Commissioner Lawler.
No conflicts, but I did have an occasion to visit the site for a personal issue about a year ago, but no contact or conversations occur outside the business.
All right. Commissioner Nye.
Go to all three.
All right, and no to all three for me as well. Does any member of the audience wish to question a commissioner about ex parte contacts or site visits or challenge the right of any commissioner to participate in this hearing? We see none. So let the record show no response. The order of the public hearing tonight will be as follows. City staff will be given a presentation followed by commissioners' questions of staff. The applicant will be given 20 minutes for its presentation, followed by the commission's questions of the applicant. Then members of the public in support of the application can speak for up to 3 minutes each. Then members of the public opposed to the application can speak for up to 3 minutes each. Then members of the public who are neither in support nor opposed will then have 3 minutes to speak. After public testimony, the applicant will have 5 minutes for rebuttal. The Planning Commission will then hear any final comments from staff. We will now begin with the staff presentation.
All right, there we go. Got this set up. So good evening, Chair McCann and commissioners.
My name is Brett Cannon, Associate Planner with the City of Beaverton, and the item before you this evening is case file LU3-2024-00695 Caliber Collision. So the proposal includes a new conditional use application for an automotive service major use. The application, if approved, will include the site at 4400 Southwest Rose Lane and at 13705 Southwest Farmington Road. Those are each outlined in red and blue on the slide. So the site at 4400 Southwest Rose Lane, that's seen in blue, has operated as an auto body repair shop since the early 1990s. This is based on historical photos, conversations with property owner, and building permit records. However, through research, staff was unable to locate any existing conditional use for the site. Additionally, the applicant proposes to expand the use of the auto body shop to the west side of Rose Lane, and that's seen in red. So the proposed new conditional use will bring the existing site into compliance and allow for the expansion all under one use permit. And finally, no site improvements are proposed or required with this application. So the site is bound by TV Highway and the railway line to the north and Southwest Farmington Road to the south. As you can see, the site is zoned general commercial, indicated by red on the slide. And again, it's primarily surrounded by general commercial, except for a small portion that you can see on the bottom of the slide there on the south side of Southwest Farmington. That brown is multi-residential. So as mentioned in the project summary slide, the on-site use at 4400 Southwest Rose Lane does operate as an auto body shop managed by Caliber Collision. The exposed expansion across Rose Lane is currently vacant, but it previously operated as a motorcycle repair / retail shop. Railway and TV Highway abuts the property to the north, and that's Eichler Park is across Southwest Farmington to the south. To the west, there's a small office use space, and to the east is a commercial storage space. So on this slide, the site plan for the entire site, you can just notice that the north arrow there is to the right. So it's kind of flipped 90 degrees from the previous slides. So you'll see on the bottom half is the existing Caliber Collision, and on the west side is the site of the expansion. Again, want to reiterate, no changes to the site or structures are proposed. Sorry. Oh, Brett just popped on. And then, so finally, a new conditional use application is required because the applicant's proposed use is an auto body shop, which affects the body and frame. And pursuant to Chapter 90, the auto body repair shop that affects a body or frame is defined as automotive service major, which are conditionally permitted in the general commercial zoning district. So because no previous conditional use permits exist for the site, the new conditional use permit is the appropriate application. So in conclusion, staff recommends approval of LU 3-2024-00695 Caliber Collision. Thank you very much, and I'm available for any questions if you may have any.
Thank you. Commissioners, are there any questions of staff with regard to the application? It doesn't. Oh, Commissioner Lawler.
Quick question. I just noticed that there were no conditions associated with this recommendation for approval from staff. So the site is totally in compliance with the standards for landscaping and other types of site improvements that might be required? Is that accurate?
Yeah, so the way we're writing the conditions of approval, right, and especially because there's no site improvements proposed, it's outside, that would be looked at through the design review process. For example, like anything like buffering, but the site is in compliance, and if they do propose any changes, the only changes they've proposed so far are interior TI work, especially to the expansion site. So what we're looking at there is, for them to be able to mitigate, and I might let Brett Flory, who I seen signed on, speak to this a little bit more, but, to meet emission standards and things of that nature as far as those pieces. So if there was ever any design review that we would look at from that instance, if they were to make exterior changes, then we would look at the site for those projects, for those areas of the site which are being proposed for improvements. Yeah, we're looking at conditions of approval a little differently. If they show compliance with the plans, then we don't condition it additionally. I don't know if Jana would want to add anything to that, but it's a little bit different seeing a staff report without conditions of approval. I felt weird writing it that way. I agree.
Yeah, that's what struck me. So thank you.
Yeah, this is something we've been working on with our attorneys, and you will start to see phased in, and we will probably have a conversation with you at some point about this. But the best legal practice is to only have conditions of approval where there are demonstrated deficiencies related to approval criteria. So if the applicant is proposing to do something, oftentimes you would see in our traditional staff reports process conditions or informational conditions, or even though they propose that, we're still going to condition it conditions just to make sure and extra sure. That's not actually necessary, and legally it can cause us problems. Also, we've seen a lot of modifications to things that really were not things that should have had to be modified because they were put into a condition of approval, and that modification process requires them to go back through the approval process, even if it's something that is actually maybe under the jurisdiction of site development to decide that this valve is better than that valve. Is that something the Planning Commission actually has purview over? No, but it was in a condition. So it's a better legal framework. I don't know if Robin wants to add anything, but that is why you will see staff reports going forward. We're phasing this in, so you may still see some with more, but you're going to see less, which is overall a good thing and means things don't have deficiencies. If you see a condition, there is a deficiency.
I'll just say you covered it pretty well, Jana, super well. So I really have nothing to add unless there are any other questions about conditions.
None for me. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? Doesn't look like it. So let's move on to the applicant's presentation. The applicant will now have 20 minutes to present.
Good evening. My name is Brett Flory. I'm the architect on the project, and I do most of Caliber's work across the country for the last 12 years. This project is to an existing facility that they have.
Brett,
and
Brett, can you
basically
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What they're wanting to do is expand their production capacity at that location.
Sorry, am I the only one having sound issues? Okay, Brett, something is up with your
So there will only be technicians working at. Yes.
Hey,
Me now?
something is wrong with your connection, and your sound is. We really didn't hear any of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your sound is very garbled. Would you mind trying again? Sorry to make you start over. Brett? Mr. Flory?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
No worries. Let me see if I can.
That one's better, Brett. I think you
Can you hear me?
you're
now?
logging into
Yes.
two devices.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and you sound good now.
Okay. Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Go
ahead.
So basically,
Sounds good.
Caliber Collision. Okay. I'm Brett Flory. I'm the architect on the project. I do Caliber's work all over the country. So this is an expansion to an existing facility. They're just looking to add additional production space, and so we're not putting any new equipment or paint booths or anything like that in the new building. All of that will remain in the building that is already in. So if the small space, they'll just have a few extra technicians over there working on cars. The parking lot that's kind of out in front of that building will become extra employee parking, which kind of what it's used for already. And then some of that will give them some extra space behind the fence for outdoor vehicle storage and at their current location. But we're just trying to get the CUP approved for the existing facility to help bring that up to to speed with the city requirements and then add the extra production space for their current operation. So pretty simple. You know, we're kind of trying to paint the building, make it match the other one and make it look as new as we can. But other than that, there's not much work going on over at the building, at the expansion building. So happy to answer any questions that you have. Hopefully you were able to hear that.
Yes, we were. Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions of the applicant? It doesn't look like we have any. Thank you very much. So we are now at the public testimony portion.
Thank you.
We are now at the public testimony portion for this agenda item. We will call testimony in groups, starting with those, well, I don't see a lot of people on the line. So we're going to call for public testimony. For those viewing via Zoom webinar, please communicate by using the raise hand feature in your Zoom menu bar. If calling in, press *9 to alert the chair that you would like to speak. Do we have anyone that would like to speak with regard to this application? It does not appear that we have any. So the staff has stated that we do not have any public testimony tonight, neither in favor nor opposed via the web. So we will move. So we don't need the applicant's rebuttal because there was no public testimony. So thank you very much, Mr. Flory. Does staff have any final comments?
Thank you.
No final comments from staff. Thank you.
Okay, with that completed, I will close the public hearing and, as is standard procedure, randomly poll commissioners to state their conclusions on the application. Commissioner Adams.
I approve.
Okay, great. Commissioner Winter.
I think the application is very straightforward and meets the criteria.
Commissioner Lawler.
I think it's a good location for this use and it appears to meet the approval criteria.
Great. Commissioner Nye.
I concur with my fellow commissioners.
All right, and I do as well. So is there a motion to approve?
And Chair, I move to approve L 30024-00695 Caliber Collision, the application number CWEN 32024-00694, based on the facts and findings of the staff report dated 08/2024.
Right. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? Nope. All right, a vote will be taken by roll call. When your name is called, please say yay or nay. Commissioner Adams.
Yay.
Commissioner Lawler.
Yay.
Commissioner Nye.
Yay.
Commissioner Winter.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. The motion passes unanimously. The Planning Commission's decision will be memorialized in land use orders that will be provided to all parties that provided oral and written testimony. If you would like to appeal this decision, you must appeal in accordance with the applicable provisions in the Beaverton Development Code and the rules of the Land Use Board of Appeals. The only other item on the agenda is the adoption of minutes from the October 16, 2024 meeting. Is there a motion?
Chair, I move to submit it.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? Nope. A vote will be taken by roll call. When your name is called, please say yay or nay. Commissioner Adams.
Yay.
Commissioner Lawler.
Yay.
Commissioner Nye.
I will abstain.
All right. Commissioner Winter.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. All right. So that is it. We are now adjourned at 6:49 p.m. Thank you.